today we are focusing that to find out the surface tension of the liquid. Surface tension of the liquid అనేటువంటి ఈరోజు మన కాన్సెప్ట్ ఫోకస్ అమ్మా. సో before dealing this topic we need to know some of the two important definition. First one is the what is mean by capillary tube. So we are going to first one, what is mean by capillary tube. So capillary tube is a small definition ma. Capillary tube is nothing but the tube which has in the very narrow bore. So it is a tube so which has very narrow tube, very narrow bore. So that means it consists of a very small radius it consists of. That's why that tube can be named as the capillary tube. So now we are going to another definition. So before giving the definition, so if the capillary tube is deep in a liquid, any one of the liquid, so we are observing that two types of phenomena. That one phenomena is this is the liquid level which is having the vessel or container. So what the capillary tube is dipped into the liquid vessel. So there may be possibility to there are the two observation. One is the liquid level is rising in the capillary tube. In some cases the liquid level is depressing in the capillary tube. This is the level of the liquid in the vessel. So it is the level of the liquid in capillary tube. So that means this is the example for if the glass capillary tube is dipped into the water. This is the example for glass capillary tube is dipped into the water. So this is the example for if the glass capillary tube is dipped into the mercury liquid. So mercury is available in the liquid form even at room temperature also. So mercury is a metal, so even at room temperature also we are observing that liquid form. So that means there is the observation in the capillary tube. The liquid is somewhat it is rising in some cases. The liquid is depressing in some cases. This is the two observation we are observing. So these phenomena is named as the capillarity. So that is the definition of the capillarity. The second definition is here capillarity. So the second definition what we are going to discuss is capillarity. So what is meant by capillarity? Capillarity is nothing but it is the phenomena. It is the phenomena where phenomena for which the liquid level will rises or depress in the capillary tube. It is a phenomena. It is a phenomena where the liquid level rises or depress in a capillary tube. Capillary tube when ఎప్పుడు జరుగుతుంది when it is dipped in a liquid, when it dip in a liquid. So this is the basic definition for capillarity or capillary tube. These definition they are asking so many times in your exam, final exams. What is the definition for capillarity? Capillarity means it is the phenomena for which the liquid level will rises or depress in a capillary tube when the capillary tube is dipped in a liquid. So the rising and depressing will depends upon depending upon the pace of the liquid and capillary tube. That means we are dipping the glass tube in water, means the liquid level is rising. When the glass tube we are dipping the glass tube in mercury liquid, means the liquid level is going to depress. That means it depends upon the pace of the liquid level and capillarity. So capillary tube. That is the definition. Now we are going to another important question, 3 marks question. So that is our final goal to complete today session. So depending upon, based on the capillarity, now we need to find. We are going to find. We are planning to find out the what is the surface tension of this liquid. So based on the capillarity, based on the capillarity. So based on the capillarity to find surface tension means T. Sometimes they will ask S also, to find the S of the liquid. So the liquid surface tension value we are going to find out. This is our final goal of the today lecture. Means how can we see with help of the capillary phenomena, where we are going to for which the method what we are going to use to find out the surface tension of the liquid, means this method is named as the capillary tube method. So this method is known as the capillary. So this method can be known as the capillary tube method. So that's why, because of we are using the capillary tube, that's why this method can be given the name of capillary tube method. So now we are let me explain how the experimental setup will be to find out this capillary tube method. Means let's assume one of the capillary tube is there. This is the radius of the capillary tube is the small r. This is the capillary tube. The radius of the capillary tube is a small r. So this is this capillary tube as dipped in a liquid which is consisting of the density of the liquid is rho. The density of the liquid is rho. This is the liquid which is in the vessel. So the capillary tube is dipped in this one. So here is the rho is the density of the liquid. Sometimes they will take the d also, d or rho. Nothing is there. Nothing issue is there. So due to the capillarity property, some of the liquid is raised into the capillary tube. This is the meniscus of the liquid level. So this is the meniscus of the liquid due to rise of this one. So the height of the liquid, we need to take it as the bottom surface of the meniscus from this one. That is the height of the liquid level in the vessel. This is the height of the liquid level in the capillary tube. Based on this one, we are going to find out the what is the surface tension of the liquid. So now let me ask the question. See, here is the liquid level is there, bottom. This is the liquid level in the vessel. So how much amount of liquid is raised in this one? We can easily find out with help of the how much mass is the containing in this one. We can easily find out with help of the formula of the mass into volume into density of the liquid. We can easily find out the how much mass is available in this capillary tube. Are you getting or not? Hello? So we can easily find out how much mass is available, the rising liquid level which is contained in the capillary tube. Means the mass can be easily find out with help of the mass of the liquid, volume of the liquid in this capillary tube and density of the liquid. Then we can easily find out the mass of the liquid which is available in the capillary tube. Is it correct or not? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So then we already familiar with this one. So all masses will be pulled down with gravitational force. They will pull down like this direction. So these mass can be pulled down with gravitational force. That is nothing but weight of the liquid which is containing in this capillary tube. That can be written as the weight of the liquid. W is equal to, we can easily find out with help of the mass into acceleration due to gravity. This is a simple concept. Mass into acceleration due to gravity is a small weight. So we already very familiar with weight. The direct weight is nothing but force only. It is the gravitational force of attraction. So we will denote it with the weight is nothing but force which is acting in downward direction. So wait, are you getting or not? Hello? Weight is nothing but gravitational pulling force. No? So the force is acting in downward direction. The amount of force which is acting in downward direction is equal to weight of the body, weight of the liquid which is available in the capillary tube. That is nothing but mass into acceleration due to gravity. This much force is acting. But one thing, we already know this one, that the pulling force is acting that one. So we need to use our brain. So one of the force is acting in downward direction, but this liquid level is at rest position. This liquid level is rest position means some other force is acting in upward direction. Then only the liquid level will be at rest at that given position. Is it correct or not? Let me please use your brain. What I am asking. So will you please understand once again? So what I mean to say, one of the weight, one of the force is acting. So this yes, one of the force is acting in downward direction with W. So this liquid level is at rest position. Rest means in the physics it named as it is the equilibrium condition. Rest means at equilibrium condition. When it be at equilibrium condition, there must be some of the same force must be act in upward direction. Then only this liquid level must be at equilibrium position. Is it correct or not? Use your brain, please.
Yes, sir. Downward flow.
So yes, so then only the liquid level must be, then only the liquid level must be at a constant level in the capillary tube. But we don't know that upward force what is acting in the capillary tube. That is our goal. So if we find this one, then this force, if upward force you am taking upward force, this is the downward force. If with help of these two forces, if is there any way to equate this one, if these forces are containing the surface tension, we can easily find out the surface tension. Now let me go to the real picture of the what is happening in the capillary tube. So now I am taking one of the capillary tube like this. So which is containing with a radius of the capillary tube is smaller. So this is the vessel which is containing with the liquid without the density of the liquid is rho. So the capillary tube, in the capillary tube, the liquid column is raised somewhat height, which is having from the meniscus point to bottom of the free point of the liquid surface in the vessel is equal to, let's assume take it as a h. H is the height of the liquid column in the capillary tube. Now, see, we are planning to find out what is the upward force is acting to bring this liquid column in upward direction. That is our goal. So that force we are planning to find out. What is the upward direction force is acting on the liquid column? That force our goal. First, I am concentrating this one. So, for deal this one, I am taking the help of the surface tension of the liquid. So let's assume this point is the angle of contact between the capillary tube and the liquid points. This is the angle of contact. So angle of contact, how can we define? It is the angle made by the liquid surface to the solid surface, which is making the angle inside the liquid. So if you draw a tangent, at the liquid level, this is the tangent, or it is the tangent, or I am taking the tangent t or anything. So this is the tangent which is acting. This is the angle of contact theta. So once again, I need to know here, this tangential direction, the liquid can have the one type of force. What is that force? What is that? Intentionally I written this is the T. See the liquid level on the surface of free surface of the liquid contains one type of particular property. That force is named as a surface tension. Surface tension. Are you getting or not? Hello. So that surface tension will force, one of the force will act on the tangential direction of the liquid free surface. So this is the liquid free surface of the liquid. So on the liquid free surface, one of the force is acting tangential direction to it is in a downward direction it will act. So in this direction this force is acting, it is the surface tension T, or I can take the S also, no issue that one. Just assume it is the T is the surface tension. So if it is angle of contact theta, so the tangent, which is the direction, this is the tangent direction, it is the surface tension force direction. So it is the angle of contact, means we are taking the one of the helpful point. We are planning to find out the upward force only, not downward force. Our goal is to find out the upward force. So we are using our brain here. We are using our brain here. See, this point is the one of the point. We are taking the Newton's third law. What is the Newton's third law? Tell me the Newton's third law. What is the Newton's third law? Every action there must be an equal and opposite reaction. Equal and opposite reaction. That means here is the surface tension force is acting in this direction. Means according to Newton's third law, so these at the same point there must be in opposite direction force must be available in this point. Is it correct or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So that force we don't know. That force we don't know. That is simply is named as a reaction force. So Newton third law, one of the force is the action force we can take. The other one is named as the reaction force. This is the reaction force which is acting at that point. So slowly we are moving towards to the upward direction. So this is the reaction force. Now tell me whether this is the T is the magnitude of the downward force which is acting on unit length. What about the reaction force magnitude on unit length? According to the Newton third law. So action force and reaction force must be same in magnitude. Action and reaction force must be same in magnitude. That means that the R value in the magnitude must be equal to the T value. But it is acting upward, so it is acting in this direction. But the T value is acting in the downward direction. It is in magnitude only. Magnitude only. Now, if you draw this line, cube line, now I am drawing. This is the opposite angles. This is the opposite angles, means this angle must be same, theta only. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is the theta only. Now I am planning to resolve these are in the two components. One is the horizontal direction, this direction component. Will you please tell me that one, this value is equal to this value only. Theta is opposite direction, means what about this value? Opposite. Theta opposite means this value is the R. So what about this direction component of this R?
R plus R cos. R sin theta.
Yes, R sin theta is the correct answer. So R sin theta is the correct answer because of it is the opposite direction. So this whiteboard today somewhat it is not working perfectly. So let me so now yes. Now this value, the value of this in horizontal direction is equal to, the response is very slow, this whiteboard today. Morning also I feel a little bit not working properly. So now this is the value is equal to R sin theta. R sin theta.
R
This
sin theta.
R sin theta. But in the magnitude of R is equal to T value only. T sin theta I can write like this. So this is the direction of the R sin theta. But what about the force which is acting in upward direction? So this value is equal to
R cos theta.
yes, R cos theta will act this one. So this one. Now I am going to the exactly opposite direction point here. Now here also the tangential force will act as the T downward direction. Here also the angle of contact is same only. Here also the reaction force R is available. Here also the theta is the same only. What about this direction force? This direction force. Tell me the component of the R value in this direction.
R sin theta.
Yes, R sin theta only. Otherwise, I can write it as a T sin theta. I can write T sin theta. Yes. What about the force which is acting in upward direction? Upward direction force.
R cos theta.
Yes, R cos theta only. That is nothing but T cos theta only. T cos theta. Otherwise, this one also T cos theta. Will you please look on this one? See, if I am taking this liquid will act like a ring type, like a circle type contact with the spherical capillary tube. Now I am taking the separate diagram here. for the cross section of this diagram in the top view. I am taking just the top view of this capillary tube. So just this is the top view of the capillary tube. On this one, bottom of the surface, the liquid is appearing like this. Bottom of the liquid, this liquid is appearing like. See, now I took here is the one of the point. Along this direction, one force is acting, which is the T sin theta value. Exactly in opposite direction, one of the force is acting with the T sin theta value. Will you please look on this one? As the two forces are acting in opposite direction, there is no any net force in the horizontal direction. So our goal is not to describe. Our goal is not to describe on the horizontal direction. Even though we are checking once again, the T sin theta is acting in negative x-axis direction. Another T sin theta is acting in positive x-axis direction. That resultant force in the x-axis direction is 0. Due to the R value. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So you may get a doubt, what about this point? What about this point means along this direction also there may be T sin theta value is available. Exactly in the opposite direction one more T sin theta is available. Are you getting or not? Hello? Because of the liquid is touching like this. The liquid is touching like this. The liquid is contacting like this. Like this the liquid is contact. So here is the liquid is there like this. Here is the inside the liquid is there. So this is the liquid contact. Like this, a liquid contact is there. That means this point how much y direction, not y direction. How much this direction force is there? Exactly in opposite direction the same force is acting. That means this direction force can be vanish. The net force can be vanish along this direction. Is it correct or not? Let me use your brain, please. Hello.
Yes, sir.
My statement is correct only, na? There is no issue, na? Now, if you come to the come to here. See, now will you please look on this diagram? So there is the upward force is upward direction force is acting along each and every point with T cos theta. T cos theta force is acting. Now I am redrawing one more diagram. So I am redrawing one more diagram in the downward. So this is the capillary tube cross section. This is the capillary tube cross section which is having like this. On this capillary tube cross section, I took one of the point. Along this point, one of the force is acting T cos theta. I took exactly in opposite direction. One of the force is acting T cos theta. If you go to this point, one of the force is acting T cos theta. If you go to the exactly opposite point, one of the force is acting T cos theta. So at each and every point, the amount of force is acting T cos theta. But our goal is to find out what is the force which is acting in upward direction. That is our goal. Are you getting or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Our goal is to find out this one. This is the liquid contacting surface shape. So like this, we are planning. So what about the upward force? So how can we get the upward force? Can you give any idea to find out the upward force? Upward force. How much force will act in upward direction? Anybody will be please give the idea for this one? Anybody? See, I will give the small hint here. See, will you please look on this one? On one small length, the force is acting T cos theta. So the total length of this circular loop, the circular shape is there. How much force will act on the circular shape of the total force? Yes, that is equal to upward force is nothing but the upward force is nothing but so unit length force into total length of the shape. So total length of the shape means the unit length force is equal to T cos theta. So board is not working perfectly today. I don't know. So that is equal to into what is the total length of the shape? Total length of the circular shape is nothing but circumference of the circle, na? Are you getting or not? Hello? 2 pi r. Because of this tube having the radius of small r, it is equal to 2 pi r. Hello? Are you getting? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So that is equal to we got the upward force. We got the upward force. One of the equation we got the sol. Yes, please. I don't know. Once again, please repeat, ma. Will you please repeat?
Upward upward force is equal to external force.
Yes, upward force means, yes, once again, I am repeating once again. See, the T cos theta is nothing but, it is the amount of force which is acting on unit length. It is the amount of force which is acting unit length. But this is not our goal. The total force which is acting in upward direction, that is our goal. That means how can we get the unit length force into total length which is the force is acting? Are you getting on? So otherwise you can easily understand one of the small example. Let me take here. See, this is the one of the bus is there, ma. So it is stopped due to the some of the engine problem. So the small kids are there pulling this bus. One kid is pulling with 1 Newton force. Another kid is pulling 1 Newton force. Another kid is pulling 1 Newton force. Another kid is pulling 1 Newton force. Then will you please tell that what is the total force acting on the bus? Hey, how many kids are acting? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is equal to 4 Newton force. We can tell, na? So how we are using this one? So just we are adding this one. But here is the case is the similar only. But this T cos theta is acting at the unit length force. The force which is acting on unit length direction. So unit length means how can we get this one? So the unit length force into total length where the liquid surface is contacting to the tube. Total length means this is the total length from here to from here. It is nothing but circumference of the circle only, na?
Yes, sir.
Hello, the doubt raised student. Are you resolving your doubt or not? Will you please reply me? Your doubt is clarified or not, please? Even you are having the doubt. Hello, please reply, ma. What you asked, that is resolved or not? Hello, she left, I hope. Hello, remaining students. The audio and the video is perfect, na? Hello.
Yes,
Okay, done. So that is equal to upward force value we got. Then what about the downward force? So the downward force is somewhat tricky is there. Let me go to the big shape of the tube. Just I used the small one, but downward force also we need to use the somewhat tricky. So then I will apply the I will apply the some of the trick. Let me use this one. This is the capillary tube. Just I used it the bigger shape because of just for your visibility only. Not the capillary tube size is always it is the very small shape only. So this is the liquid which is having. So inside the vessel. So up to here is the capillary tube. The liquid is raised here. This is the meniscus which is having in the capillary tube. This is the meniscus of the liquid level in the capillary tube. So now I took it the two portions in the capillary tube. Let's assume this is I already told at the bottom of the meniscus to the free surface of the liquid level in the vessel. We are considered with the height of the H. This level is the H. This level is the H. H is there. So the radius of the capillary tube we took as the R. R is there. Now our goal is to find out the downward force. Downward force, F downward force is equal to, simply we can take it as the how much mass is acting, how much mass is available in the capillary tube into acceleration due to gravity. This is our goal. So just we need to find out how much mass is available in the capillary tube. This is our goal. Are you getting or not? Hello. If you know the how much mass is contained in the capillary tube, then our problem is solved. Then this problem is divided into two parts. The problem is divided into two parts. First, I am dividing the very easiest part only. Just please concentrate here. This is the part. These points also not touching. Let's assume this part. Up to this part. So I took only from this part to this part. This is the. Let's assume, see here. If this height is the H means what is the volume containing this part? Now I am taking the volume containing this part is the V1. Now tell me, anybody will you give the any hint for this one? It is like a solid cylindrical shape. The solid cylindrical shape which is having the radius of the R means what is the volume of the cylinder? if the length of the cylinder is equal to h, what is the volume? Volume of the cylinder. Yes, sir. The V1 value is equal to pi r square into length of the cylinder is equal to pi r square into h. Pi r square into h. That is the V1 value which is containing in this portion. Now what about this? Will you please look on this one? What about this value? This value we did not consider, na? We need to find out this one also. Are you getting or not? Hello. See the total mass which is acting in downward direction. That we need to find out. What about this portion? So will you please look on this one? This is the radius of the tube means this is the r. So this shape is nothing but like a spherical shape. This shape is nothing but a spherical shape. The open space is like a spherical shape. This is the r means this must be r only. Are you getting or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
This must be r only, but this height is r only. In this total portion, only some part only liquid is available. Remaining part liquid is not available. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
And now we need to take it out that one. Now tell me. See up to this portion. Otherwise, I will use another color pen. Shit. Yes, done. Now up to this portion I am taking up to this portion. Will you please look on this one? This is the hemispherical portion only. First I am concentrating only this volume with help of the cylindrical formula. Now tell me what is the volume of the cylindrical formula in this one? Now I am taking this complete volume. Tell me this one, this is equal to V3 value. V3 value means it is nothing but the area of the cylinder pi r square and the height of the cylinder, this portion is equal to r. It is correct or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it correct now? But this is the complete volume. We don't want this one. We want only that only the liquid portion we need to get, the liquid portion. So how can we get? Once I give me any idea? Will you please give me any idea? So this portion we need not to consider this portion. In this portion we need to take it out. So this is the hemispherical sphere only. What total sphere volume is equal to? I am taking this portion is the V4. This portion is the V4. The total volume of the hemispherical is equal to, total volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cubed is there. 4 by 3 pi r cubed. In the hemispherical means we need to take it as the half. Are you getting or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So that means in the total volume we can subtract the V4. We will get the only this portion value. Is it correct or not?
Correct only, sir.
Then what is the value? Tell me that one. So the V2 is equal to, just I am taking V2 is equal to, that is nothing but V3 minus V4. Is it correct only, na?
Correct only, sir.
Then V3 is equal to, what is the value? Pi r cubed minus, what is this value? 2 2s are cancelled. That is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cubed. Is it correct, na? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Then tell me the value that is equal to, what is the common term in this one? Pi r cubed is the common term, 1 minus 2 by 3 is the common. So that is equal to 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 by 3. So that is equal to pi r cubed by 3. This is the value. This is the volume of the liquid which is having in the meniscus part. Is it correct only, na? V2 is equal to volume of the liquid which is containing in the meniscus portion. Now tell me the total volume is equal to, then total volume in the tube is equal to, total volume in the tube is equal to V1 plus V2. V1, what is the value? Pi r square into h plus pi r cubed divided by 3. In this one, can I take the pi r square is the common term? I can take, na? Pi r square is the common term. that is equal to h plus r by 3. Is it correct only, na?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me the downward force. We got the volume. Tell me the downward force. Then the downward force which is acting.
Yes.
Then downward force F down is equal to F down is equal to. Now tell me the value, the volume of the, that is nothing but, let me write the standard equation. Mass into acceleration due to gravity. Mass is nothing but density of the liquid into volume of the liquid into acceleration due to gravity. Now instead of density, I am taking density this side. So volume I am writing first term. So that is equal to pi r square into h plus r by 3 into rho into g. Is it correct only, na?
Yes, sir.
But then we got the equations. We got the upward force. We got the downward force. At equilibrium condition. At equilibrium condition. At equilibrium condition. What is happening? What is happening? Condition F upward force must be equal to F downward force. What is the F upward force? T cos theta into pi r square. Pi r square not 2 pi r na? 2 pi r. 2 pi. I written wrong. Something whiteboard is not supporting today for me. What happening this one? I need to erase the whiteboard. There are the large number of files are there na in the whiteboard. That's why sometimes they won't work. If we touch this one, total canvas must be clean. Okay, done. That is equal to T cos theta into 2 pi r is equal to, it is the upward force. The downward force is equal to pi r square into h plus r by 3 into rho g. This is the value. So is there any cancelling term is there? You can easily cancel that one. So pi first cancel. R square, 1 r square, 1 r square is cancelled. R square is cancelled.
Cos theta into 2 pi r.
2 pi r. Again I written r na. Oh sorry ma. So that is equal to r is cancelled. R is the remainder is available here. So then what is our goal? To find out the t only na. To find out the t is the goal our. So send 2 cos theta to this side. Then the t is equal to surface tension. T is equal to, I am writing this part is the separate h plus r by 3 into r I send the other side r rho g divided by 2 cos theta. It is a complete equation to find out the surface tension of the liquid in the method of capillary tube method. So this is the equation. Is there any issue on this one?
No, sir.
No. Now I am taking the special case. Now I am taking the special case on this one. Special case. Special case means if we not considered mass of the liquid in the meniscus part. Meniscus part means we are not considering the meniscus part means which part will be vanish? The which part will be vanish? Will you please look on this one? Meniscus volume is not taken. Go through the top. Which part will be vanish?
Cylinder, sir.
No. We are not. We are only the cylindrical mass only we are taking. So the meniscus portion mass we are not taking. So meniscus volume is where is available? So meniscus volume is equal to this part only, na? This is the volume of the meniscus part, na?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me, take this one, this equation, you take it this one, this equation, pi r square h plus pi r cubed 3. That part I am taking. Now then pi r square h plus pi r cubed 3, this part will be going to the 0 because of we are not considering this part. So then what will happen this one? What will happen? This is a volume, na? That is equal to, now take it as that. The upward force is equal to T cos theta into 2 pi r is equal to, then this is the volume. Volume means pi r square h into volume density rho, acceleration due to gravity g. Then again apply this one r square. R is the remainder is available here. Pi is cancel. Then T is equal to, tell me the T is equal to
H plus R.
Yes. This whiteboard is not. Yes. Oh God. Somewhat. Yes. Now T is equal to H R rho G divided by 2 cos theta. This is the formula for special case. If you are not considering the mass of the liquid which is having in the meniscus part, this formula will be, yes please.
Meniscus part నుంచి ఒకసారి ఎలా తీసుకున్నారో చెప్పండి సార్.
Then I will go again. So let me use this one. Let me finish this one. So this is the textbook formula they given. In this one, what is meant by rho? What is meant by rho? Rho is the density of the liquid. Density of the liquid. What is meant by R? Radius of the tube. Radius of the tube, capillary tube. What is meant by height? Height of the liquid column in the capillary tube. It is not. Response is very slow, ma. This whiteboard. I need to catchy is the so much supporting documents is there, running documents is, that's why it is not working. Oh, see. Suddenly it will go up to that point it won't work. So height of the liquid column in the tube. Again theta is equal to angle of contact. Angle of contact in this one. So is there any another term? So G is equal to acceleration due to gravity. Due to gravity. So these are the terms we are having in this one equation. Now this is the topic once again. This is the topic what we plan to cover today. So if you have any doubts, you can stay. Otherwise you can leave from the group. So the content is over for the today schedule. So now I am going to explain once again how I took the volume of the liquid which is containing in the capillary part only. If anyone does not having any doubts, means you can leave from the group. You can do your normal works. So that is now I am going to explain what is the doubts which is raised by the student. So this is the position of the capillary tube. So now the shape of the liquid column must be in the spherical shape, then only we can get this one. This is the meniscus part, bottom level of the meniscus part. So this is the radius of the tube. So if this is the radius, means this must be having the radius R only, because of this shape is like this, and this is the shape is like this. So we took only two-dimensional figure, but it is a look like a spherical shape. Though, so this liquid is appearing like this. So it is a hemispherical shape is there. Spherical shape is there up to here, this portion. Now how can we get means? So we can easily understand with help of step by step which is the bigger volume. Let's assume I am starting with a bigger volume part. I am starting with it. Yes, it is touch. So this is the bigger volume part. Up to here is the bigger volume part. So this total volume, if you know this one, it is the complete volume with the liquid part as well as the empty part. So that part is equal to, I am taking the V3. What is the V3 value? V3 value is nothing but it is like a cylindrical part which is having cylindrical part volume is equal to it is the area of the cylindrical, pi r square into height of the cylinder is equal to r. That is equal to pi r square into r. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So this doubt is you don't have, I hope. So that is equal to V3 is equal to pi r cube. Let's assume take one. Now again I am taking the small portion which is does not having the liquid. So this value only I am taking. This portion I am taking. So this portion is nothing but it is a hemispherical shape. Hemispherical shape means half of the portion of the spherical volume. Half of the portion of the spherical volume. So now I am taking this one is the V4. V4 is nothing but it is the half portion of the spherical shape. Spherical shape volume is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cubed. This is the formula. This is the formula. So 2 1 jar, 2 2 jar. That is equal to 2 by 3 pi r cubed. Now this is the V4 value. Now the bigger value, total value minus the smaller portion. This value, if you remove this one, you will get the value only the liquid portion. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is equal to V2. I taken that V2 is equal to V3 minus V4. V3 what is the value? Pi r cube minus what is the V4 value? 2 by 3 pi r cube. Then what will the value we can get? Now you can take it to the common term is the r cube. So pi r cube is the common term, pi r cube. Now if you take the common term pi r cube means you will get the 1 here. So all pi r cube is the common term you took, 2 by 3 will vanish. LCM is equal to 3 only. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 by 3. That is equal to 1 by 3 pi r cube. This is the volume of the liquid which is having in the meniscus portion. This portion volume of the liquid we are getting this portion only. Are you getting or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So that is the problem. Let me stop here.